you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it, hop at it. Rep for your bra, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend, sweet.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go! Let's go! At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's Hines, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Second time, defense, let's go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Come on, come on.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's coming, double up. 56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
First down, Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it with the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Brissett. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's down to the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Justin Houston who got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
53, Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, switch gears. 36, 25, check 25, check 20, anyway. Watch the shit.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. That's it. He's checking. Crash. Slam.
On 2nd and 7, Kaiser. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain there of 21 yards. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. So now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. They'll run on 1st down. Richard, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 39. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the gun, Kaiser. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Number 53, Mike 53. I'm coming after you.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Rush in. Jack. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, get the weight room.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, a run by Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Watch the run, watch the run. 29 is up, go. Mike 29. Watch the run. 29 is the Mike. Watch the out, watch the out. Check, check, look.
Brissett on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Mike 29. Cut. 29 is the Mike 29.
Brissett sets to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
First down,
on 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll throw here. Kaiser. He's got his man. It's Williams. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Kaiser. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
45. Mike, 45. Focus, defense, focus.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a carry for Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Kaiser. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Kaiser. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Kaiser on 4th down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run again with Hines. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. You can't block me. You can't block.
Out Out of the gun, Brissett. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable here for Davis. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Kaiser. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Kaiser. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. Letting one fly deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Vinatieri now for the point after. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Kaiser. It's caught. Cooper. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Richard. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
From the gun, Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Kaiser going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Keep it up, guys. Check 55 to mine. Check 55.
Brissett.
Push him back.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check right. Watch
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Kaiser to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Go. 29 is the Mike 29. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go now. Mike Henry. Go. Pass. Echo. 29 is the Mike 29. 3-5.
Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Brissett looks to throw. Rodgers brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
What's 12? Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,